And boom, we are live. Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to the TacoCat Tuesday live AMA. We are on Facebook, we are on Twitter, we are on YouTube, and we are on Twitch. And wherever you're watching from right now, just take a moment and give us a like, give us a subscribe, give us a follow, do all the internet things, do all the social media things to help us out, because we got some big news today. We want it to get spread around as much as possible. So please, if you're watching this stream right now, please like, follow, subscribe, do all the things, and share it if you can. Now, without further ado, I'd like to welcome our hosts for this AMA today, Mr. Derek Laporte. Sorry, my accent came out there. How's it going, Derek?
Hey, it's pretty good. Just excited about another Taco Tuesday and a big one, I gotta say. Got some stuff going on today that's going to be wild. I don't know how many times we've used that pun, but there's another time added to it. So,
wait, are you dropping it like it's hot?
No, we can't say that anymore. And
3 weeks in a row.
3 weeks.
In with the dad joke is Player One Taco, the main man, the CRM of the TacoCat company, and everybody's favorite taco guy. Player One Taco, how's it going?
Oh man, it is good. Did you shout out to the Discord folks? I think you missed those folks.
Oh, hey, Discord. Well, I mean, we're not live on Discord. Discord, they got a link out there, and they need to join us either on Twitch or on YouTube.
Oh, okay. Well, we still can't forget about the Discord folks.
No, we can't forget about
them. Today.
Yeah.
All right, and we have some comments already. Frozen Fire 8080 says, awesome, big day. Judge JUJ says Derek's hair gets wilder every week. Is that an official pun?
That's that's a good one too. But yeah, it's only going to get even more wild as the weeks go on, most likely. Hopefully, it all stays there. That's
excellent. Well, we got lots of people watching us today, and I'm going to hand it over to you, Player One. Shall we start talking about the big news?
Yeah, big news. Wow, it is pretty big. I bought a new pen yesterday.
Oh, wonderful. All right. Yeah. Well, thank you for being for coming to this AMA, everybody. That's us, and we'll see you next week.
I wish it was that easy. No. Oh my gosh, it is. It cannot be Taco Tuesday unless 1, it's wild, 2, it's dropping like it's hot, 3, something goes wrong, and 4, it's just awesome. You know, Wild Hair is a wild card sequel.
It's yeah. Season 2, maybe. Season 2. That seems.
Is that going to be like a special Derek skin or something like that, or a special Derek
maybe
NFT?
So. I mean, it could be like an accessory. Awesome. I mean, like maybe just hair's just like.
Just the updo.
I mean, the 80s did have wild hair. That's true. So it stays thematic.
Oh, what was that? Something about Mary, where she had the hair.
Yeah.
That was for a whole different. Yeah, we're gonna move on. So no. Today we are doing a few different things. So if you saw, we partnered with Phantasma last week, and that came out officially last week. We did it on Feg Radio, and it was great being on that show. We did it on Blue Couch Radio. We had them on with us on Saturday. That was awesome. Yesterday, we actually got interviewed by Crypto Games podcast. So Crypto Gaming podcast, and that will be coming out on Thursday. So show the pen.
That is a nice pen.
There's the pen, and it clicks. To my wife's disagreement. But so we've been really getting out there, and it's all been coming to today. Derek, what is today?
Today is the day that starter decks start being available, as well as the fact that people will be able to start play testing Wildcard through our private area on the Discord server. There will be they will have to like verify their wallets and that all that kind of stuff that they have you know, billionaire access or those pre-sales that came before. Once they do that, they'll be able to go on there, and then we'll be dropping a link a little later. Specifically, once I get off with this, I'll have to build the Mac build, but we will have a Mac build. I just have to like work on the permissions for it. It's kind of like
Do we need
Unity
a Mac
doesn't
build?
like Mac. We do. Some people some people use Macintosh or Apple as it is now called. Which I didn't know Macintosh is an Apple. That's a type of Apple. So.
Oh, okay.
Sure is.
Yeah.
You did not.
Yeah.
I always
No,
look for
no,
this
I actually
word.
did know that. Yeah.
Quants,
Hmm.
right? A quants is an apple.
Yeah. We buried the lead too, because I was gonna mention also we've got a Linux build, and I don't know who's gonna use that one either. Like that one, legitimately, like we're gonna have a Linux build if you use Linux. So you'll be able to still play.
Might just play with that for the fun of it, maybe.
Okay. Yeah.
But I gotta try to set it on fire internally.
Yeah. I don't know. I know it's like doesn't it have like just a penguin? I know that it has like a penguin logo. That's all I know about Linux, right? It's just that. Yeah. Yeah, I have a Mac too. I got an iMac in the other room, which thank goodness that I do, because otherwise it would be impossible. Like you can't straight build from Unity to Mac without changing permissions of the build, which is very strange. But like you know, it's like a Windows Mac thing. They just don't communicate very well. So, we do have some Linux users. That's good. Cool.
Yay!
Worth the effort then. Worth the effort.
Yeah. Why buy a Mac when you can buy more TCT with that money?
There you go. Averis Bakutis with the fire comment. Why buy a Mac when you can buy more TacoCat with that money? I mean, this is not financial advice. That's all I have to say to that. That's not financial advice, but that's an interesting comment. Absolutely.
Yeah. And as Mabs was saying, everything that we do say or refer to is not financial advice. It is personal opinions, outrageous attitudes, and wild hair. But we do want you to always do your own research. We are TacoCat. We are the TacoCat token, and we are wildcard, and we're a little wild today. So to sort of bring down all of the stuff that Derek has been doing into one little word: awesomeness. Supercalifragilisticexpialidocious. Yeah,
that's a lot of words. Actually, that's more than
it's technically one.
Okay, I thought you were trying to be succinct. You know, try to summarize things, and you would pick the longest word in the lexicon in the English language. Yeah. Are we? Do we want to take? Because it is an AMA today, right? And we do take questions from the public. So do we want? I see kind of like a more pointed question on wildcard. Do we want to? Do we want to answer that question right now?
Sure. What? Yeah, we can.
All right. So Dave H says, or asks, will playtesting affect health of pre-sales, plat, Nemots, and starter packs? And if so, will the health be reset at some point?
No. At this point, it's going to be kind of pre-selected cards. We're going to be introducing other cards with different mechanics in order for people to test them out. It's not going to have any of the health systems. Those kinds of things aren't going to be built into it right now. And then even when it does get like later on, and it's going to be included, basically the platinum is going to come out, that they'll be able to play with that Nemot when it comes time for the platinum early access. Even though they've got access now, it's that 4 weeks basically before the launch date. So it won't be until March when that happens. But good question. Good question.
You know, and so as a reminder for all of those that haven't yet heard, if you bought one of our alpha NFT starter decks, platinum tickets, gold tickets, silver tickets, bronze tickets last year, or you're part of our Billionaires Club, please go to our Discord channel. And that is where you will get access to the game. We have a verification bot that is used by everyone. It signs your wallet to make sure either you have over 1 billion TacoCat or that you have the NFT in your wallet. And then once you sign the message, there's no gas fees, there's no charges. It's basically just saying, hey, can I read your wallet? You know, make sure, and then it reads it. You disconnect. It disconnects automatically. There's a frag in there, yeah. Heck yeah. And then 4 channels will be shown to you in Discord. Billionaires, game download and updates, chat, and bug reporting. Derek, what is it that you're going to be really looking for in that bug reporting? Do you want me to tell you about every floating line that's off?
Probably not. No, like so like basically something that kind of breaks the game, something that happens that is just kind of out of the ordinary, like a card that doesn't work, something like that. If that kind of stuff happens. So one of the things that I want to mention with the bug reporting thing is it's actually, so once they are playing the game, there's going to be like down in the lower, I think it's the lower left hand corner, there's like a little button to click on that will take them straight away to the Discord site. So it'll like go out of the game to the Discord site. So then they can, like when it happens, they can report it basically during gameplay and everything. And then there is like Dylan said, there's a bug reporting private channel that's for all the people who have the access, and they can mention it there. And then do like probably go through and see if somebody else has, for instance, had the same issue, had the same bug, and then you can just do like a thumbs up with it or something. That way you don't have to necessarily write it again. But I will then be able to like determine like, okay, well, there's 30 people who have had the same bug, and that'll be a lot easier for everybody involved, pretty much. But in advance, thanks for help with this, guys. This is going to be really great to have players playing this early and reporting like issues like this, because that's how the game ends up being a lot better, is by having people play it, for sure.
Yeah. And so are you going to want screenshots? Are you going to want screen recordings? Are you going to be like date stamps? What are you looking for?
So you can just say what happened, and then ideally like what led up to it is helpful in a lot of cases. So like if say for instance some character is showing up backwards, say it happened after I attacked with this other character maybe, so that I have like a basis to kind of replicate it, because ideally I want to be able to replicate the bug in order to trace back in the code what might have happened. So like ideally that kind of information, but like if something happens and you just don't know, even letting us know about it is still good,
Okay. And then let's go with some of the hard questions that was asked to me. Some of the security features of the game. I know with running it, and so it's going to be a zip file that they're going to download. They're going to open up. What are they going to see right away? Are you going to change? I know what the package looks like when I get it. Are you going to change it around a little bit so it's a little bit like Alice in Wonderlandish? Eat me, just play me, or and everything else is going to be hidden files, or what are they going to see?
So no, they are still going to see like those folder files that are in the build, because that's just kind of the way those builds work. But basically, you should, if you're on Windows, you're going to see the .exe file, and that's the only thing you have to worry about. Just open that. Don't move any of those other files because a lot of those are error tracking as well. Because Unity has its own kind of error tracking system that's built into all these, so that they can also verify errors. Some of those things also go to my analytics. But I don't get much error tracking through analytics, unfortunately. But yeah, so basically you'll just have like the exe to click on, and then the game will start. Yeah.
Sure. Is there what else are they going to see when they open it up the first time? What will they get any warnings on their computer or virus blockers or anything like that?
That is possible because since it's a third-party thing, so they might have to say, for instance, right-click open kind of deal, or like provide permissions for it to open. There's no so basically all of it is kind of like UI and art, and those are kind of the things that are mostly contained in that. There's no logic that's contained within those particular files. That's all on server side. The server logic is all on the server side, which then this thing like communicates with. So it does communicate with a central server that's running. It's even actually running the single player game. Is still the Turing machine is still actually on a server. So
okay. And so one of the people had asked, I think you should consider adding a button to at least log the state of the match and maybe last 10 action attacks, clicks, etc. And we can attach that to the bug.
Yeah, we'll definitely be doing that. We're gonna starting out with our bug system is not going to be as good, and our error tracking is not going to be as good as we iterate with it. We kind of made a temporary solution for the most part, just for this launch, because we were like developing up until the last minute, pretty much. So we will have a better system that we'll iterate on this following week, basically.
Okay. Yeah. So another question was, will it affect our wild cache yet? No, and that's from Frozen Fire. No, it will not affect wild cache because, one, the game isn't live. Wild cache is actually being called wild card token. We wanted to sort of keep everything in line. So we got the TacoCat Corp, and then we got TacoCat token. We didn't want people to sort of like think wild cache was something else. We wanted to keep the association together. Though we did all sort of really like wild cache, it played out better in the long run for us. Live gameplay. Derek, what are you doing tonight?
Yeah, I mean, yeah, we can definitely do some. We can stream some gameplay a little later tonight. That's fine with me. Yeah.
Yeah. So far, I have had the pleasure of beating down the AI, beating down a friend from Lit Squad. Shout out to Lit Squad and all you guys have been doing. Thank you. And I have had the gracious pleasure of getting it handed to me by our own Derek Laporte.
Yeah, I've played it a few times, so I'm kind of familiar with all the kinks in it, and all the meta. Speaking of, I did change some of the meta a little bit to be a little better. Some of the things were a little OP, so maybe you can blame those things when you see what they've been altered to. So yeah,
I just find that after our second game, going into the third, all of a sudden you had connection issues.
yeah. Well, that's what happens when I start to lose. I have that connection issue,
But so how did the in response to and I got to give a huge shout out. Was having fun the other night with our very own PTP, and yeah, We were playing the new build, and he was giving it down to me a little bit. So we were trying to figure out some of the new intricacies of the latest prototype. So yeah. But I do have to ask both of you, what did we do last Friday?
We submitted to an embarrassing process of losing to Magic. So you invited us. What happened? I'll just explain to our audience. We do a stream where we're going to try to do a stream now every Friday that we're calling Taco Team Spirit, where team members get together and play some video games. And I wanted to be introduced to Magic the Gathering. So I've played a little bit in the past, but I'm just not familiar. And player one was supposed to bring me into this game and show me the ropes and just show me how it's done. And he proceeded to completely destroy me for no reason, using all of the special Magic cards, all the ones that you have to, the pay to win ones. So he pulled all of those out. Completely turned me off card games, I think, permanently.
Yeah, that's kind of it.
Wait, wasn't this a 2 versus 1 though as well? Wasn't it you and Derek?
I mean, those were some bad draws. That's all I'm gonna say. Like he just kept dropping land the whole
That's
time.
right.
Like
didn't I just win with 1 cat?
Yeah, with your pay to win deck.
I beat you with a cat deck.
Yeah, your cat lady deck. That's what we were calling it. Anyway, so if you want to see more torture and cheating, please join us on Fridays where we stream together. The TacoCat team tries to stream different games together. I think Magic the Gathering, I think we're done with that permanently. I think it's not a game that I want to play anymore after what happened last Friday. So maybe this Friday we're talking about other games. We want to try card games. I want to play Inscription on stream, which is one of the games that Derek you referenced as being kind of like an influence during our dev chat. I also want us to play maybe Barrel Trauma, which is an awesome team game. And we're supposed to play Among Us. So watch out, player one. Once we get Among Us going, now you're in my arena. You're in my territory. So
all right. We really want to see what happens in the dark, yeah.
Selective Kenneth Leach says, referring to Derek's DCing at opportune times, selective connection syndrome.
Yes.
That's a very well-known syndrome, by the way. It's a serious medical condition. It's no joke, guys.
Yeah.
I felt for him a little bit. But so like I was saying a little earlier, we have a lot of different things going on this week. Mabs might be able to pull up her Instagram post from today or Facebook if he is that technical inclined. I think he is. But we are having Myrtle Sarasosa, huge influencer. She is going to be playing Wild Card, and she's going to be streaming that coming up. But what we are waiting for the build to be compiled and double, triple, quadruple tested is our starter decks. So Derek, I'll talk about the difficult side of the starter decks. Do you want to talk about each deck and what that will represent and what people will get in those decks? There are 30-card decks right now.
Yeah. So so the 5 different decks and they will all kind of like play a little differently. If you're familiar with Magic decks, you're going to know these particular names and what they are, and but basically they're we have an aggro deck, which is going to be like the cheaper mana cost creatures coming out quick, attacking quick. The goal of that is to kind of overwhelm your opponent early on and get in a lot of damage before they can actually get bigger Nemots and creatures out there. There's the control deck, which is kind of the opposite of that theory, right? In which basically they are you are attempting to control, like, so you're attempting to eliminate any aggro players, those kinds of things, while you slowly build up to like release bigger Nemots near the end. Additionally, we have the mid-range deck, which is kind of a blend of the two. So it's kind of the best of both worlds, if you will. We have a combo deck, which combo decks are, this is all about building towards two or more cards that kind of work well together that will do like a lot of damage. And you're trying to get that combination on the board at some point. And then finally, the utility, which utility is going to be more about utility. Yeah, I do. Yeah, it's a nice standing desk. It's on rollers too, so I can like move around and everything. But so I can always position myself a little better, you know. But yeah, utility deck, which is going to be about like providing a lot more of these kind of like things that can work well with other Nemots that you might later get. So even though it's still going to be a balanced deck, the idea behind the utility deck is going to be things that play well with others. Let's put it that way. You know, like it's basically the nice playground people. So.
Right
yeah,
on.
that's a bit about those. And then actually when they do go on to like the starter deck in order to buy on the site, there's going to be like a description, and it's going to talk about the kind of the lead Nemot of that deck, the one that's kind of featured on the starter deck. And then it's going to have a description that kind of is basically what I almost just gave, with maybe a little more specifics. So yeah, check that out when you guys hop on the site to check out the starter decks. I did want to go over deck creation, because I think that that's one of the key elements that people need to do before they can play in the game. Because like as soon as you download the file and you like open it and you open the game, you're gonna want to, you need to, before you can play, you have to create a deck. So if you don't mind, I will do that now.
Go right ahead.
Excellent.
Yeah, I didn't know if we
share
were going to do
screen?
that now or if we're going to do that tonight. Let's do it
It's
now.
up to you guys. Let's do it now.
Well,
I'll just do it now.
Or Mabs, what do you say?
Let's do it now.
Let's do it now. Okay,
Yeah.
Here we go.
We'll do it live.
We'll do it live. Okay, so first you guys are going to see yourselves in a second here. And then I'm going to pop over. Okay, does everybody see this? Do you guys see this?
No.
I'm gonna add it right now, and boom.
Okay.
Now we see it.
Okay, there we go. Oh, excellent. Okay, hang on. I got to go back to the. Okay, so this is what you're going to see. Sorry, I'm probably talking a lot louder because I got music, but basically you're going to go to decks here. It's going to bring this thing up. Let me. You're not going to have this deck, so let's imagine we've got no decks. So it's going to be like this.
That's
I can
the
either
secret
click on.
killer deck.
Yeah, that was a secret killer deck that was there. Yeah. You can either click on this plus that's right here, or you can go to this create, either one. If I create, then I've got like a new deck here. I can go here and rename it. So I'm going to rename it like deck made live. There we go. We'll call it deck made live. Then I'm going to go through, and I have 4 pages of cards here to pick from. I'm going to go through and say, I like some powerful things. I like some not powerful things. Let me just get a bunch of these. You know, if I'm doing an aggro deck, I'm going to get a bunch with these. This is the mana cost, so I'm going to get a lot of those. If I try to get too many, it's going to say that you can't have more than 4 copies of those, and it won't let me. If you notice, it's going up here into the deck every time I click, and then it's got the number. Down here, it tells me my total card number. I need to reach at least 20 in order to have a complete deck. I can get me some stronger blaster ducks here. Backpack.
Ooh, is this a deck you're going to use tonight?
I don't know, because I'm really just being very random right now with this thing, so it may not be good at all, for all I know. But maybe. Because it's always good to see. Okay, so let me do some last.
And so when people are looking at these cards, what's on the bottom left? of the card
yeah.
and what's on the bottom right of the card?
So this is the attack, right? So this has 3 attack, and then this is like the defense. So kind of the life. So 3 attack, 4 defense. Then you want to read kind of the descriptions, because a lot of these are like very important. Like it absorbs all attacks from enemy Nemots. So this one's a guardian. That means basically once it's out there, like you can't attack even the player if they have this out there, and instead you can only attack this guy. And then Zephyr actually has the same thing. These are spells. If it doesn't have a Nemot in it, it has a spinning thing, it's a spell. Nullify here, you make the target creature's attack 0 for a full round. So that one's pretty useful. If they bring out a really powerful creature, you can use that. Yeah, and so once I have over 20, I can actually save this deck and I can play with it. But I can actually, you know, I can do more than that. I can go up to 30 basically. The only and the difference between the two would be that this would be more random, right? With 30 cards, I don't know. It's a lot more random than it is with 20. So then I would click save. It's saved, and then there's an arrow back here to go back, and then this will take me back to the thing, and then I can play, and then I basically.
Do they have to pick a deck, and do they have to create a deck for the AI as well?
You don't have to create the deck. The AI will play with the deck you made if you don't make another deck. You can make more than one deck though. You can make several decks. Okay. As you see right here, it's got the deck for the player, so that's for me, and then it's got the deck for the AI is also here. This is the single player. By the way, this is an earlier version. There's going to be a thing up here that says how to play when they get it, and they can click on that and it'll kind of go through what I'm talking about now. But then once you get to this page, basically you can, you know, create a game. This will make a game for like other players to find where we can play against each other. I can find other player games. There's no games right now because nobody at the moment is playing. And then of course there's single player, which will automatically load a game as soon as I click it. And it will take a while. This is an earlier build, guys. You may just have to take my word for it. There we go. Yeah, so then there we go. So then this will start the game. And if at any point, this is the end turn button here to end my turn. You have a little chat function. Hello.
So that's where you grief your opponents?
Yeah.
Perfect.
And then if you want to leave the game, you just click this arrow up here. And then basically the way that this always works is dragging these cards in. I don't have anything I can play right now because I made such a bad deck. There we go. I still don't have anything I can play because I made a bad deck.
Okay.
So, they're beating me.
So
yeah.
What about so you have down below your deck hand. What are your counters on the top, on the left and right, above your machine, and your name?
So so to go through the things here, this is the cards in my hand. This is the cards in my graveyard. My graveyard is here. This is the cards in my deck. This is their cards in their hand. This is their cards in their graveyard, and then this is cards left in their deck right here. Yeah. There's a timer right here. This is my turn time. This is my mana. It keeps going up. It'll go up by 1 every round, basically. Let me see. I can actually drag a thing in there. I drug a hooch moose in. Yeah.
You drugged a huge. Moose?
Yeah, I can't hear anything, so I'm going to exit out, guys. I couldn't hear nothing at all because the music is going. There will be, so up near the top too, there's also going to be on that main game page, there's going to be a speaker And so if you click on the speaker, it'll turn the music off. And it's a toggle on and off. And then there's also going to be a slider under that to control the volume of the music. But that's pretty much it.
Yeah. Will anyone have to worry about using the LAN functions right now?
I mean, I suppose they can use the LAN functions with someone else that's near them. Right now, likely, my preference is if they do try to play each other online, just because we need to really test that server and everything.
Okay.
Yeah, so that's my preference. But they can actually play through the LAN. It does still work. So.
Okay.
Yeah.
Perfect.
Couple of comments. Supercast says, looks awesome. Thank you, Supercast. Dave H says, looks great. Thank you, Dave. And Frozen Fire says, don't use drugs with hooch. What great advice. All you kids at home, absolutely.
Don't
follow
mix.
that. Don't mix. Homer War says, play one round. We are already here. So I think we're going to be streaming that a little bit later. We wanted to tease it today a little bit, but you can expect a lot of wildcard content to be hitting this week. So keep an eye out on all our, Twitter, Facebook, Telegram. We will announce when we have wildcard content, play content coming out. Also, I just wanted to plug tomorrow evening. Hold on. Tomorrow evening, we have our dev chat with Mr. Derek Laporte. And we're going to have Alan joining us, another key members, one of the key members of the TacoCat team, and we're going to be discussing tokenomics. So that should be interesting. No one managed to explain to me what an NFT was last week, so I'm going to keep that on my to-do list, and hopefully tokenomics will be also interesting to learn about. And I think we should take some time tomorrow as well to play. Anytime we stream, we should throw up a little wild card up on the
for sure.
Yeah.
I gotta say, like we've been promising live play for a while, or at least some matches. Derek, are you free tonight?
Yeah. I'm down. I'm 100% free tonight. I thought I'd already said that I was, but I will reiterate. Yes, let's do it.
Are you 100% free tonight?
Me?
Yeah.
Yeah, let's do it. I mean, I'm not going to play though, so you know how I feel about card games ever since last Friday, so I've sworn off of them now permanently. But I can join the stream and comment on all the mistakes you're making and crack wise. So if you'll have me for that, then I'll be more than happy to join.
Yeah, let's do that tonight. I'm down.
All right.
Nice. Yeah.
So we've made that promise a lot just because we kept thinking we were getting there, but yeah.
Right. And yeah, the version that we'll play tonight too will be the same version that everybody has, with like the speaker on and off, the sliders, all the stuff, all the meta will be the same. So that'll be good too, because obviously like they'll be able to see the ideas and the thought processes behind the same cards that they'll be playing with and everything. So.
Frozen Fire says, be a commentary, TacoCat Mavs. Yeah, that's what I intend to do, 100%. So, I will never disrespect our game Wildcard because I think it's awesome. But these two guys, I will 100% say all sorts of crazy stuff about them.
That's
so if you want to see that, please tune in.
Yeah.
Alrighty. Is there anything else? Because thank you, by the way, everyone, for your comments. We love seeing all those pop up, and for being in attendance. We've been at it for 43 minutes now, gentlemen. Is there anything else that we needed to do, Mr. Player One?
So we are getting ready to talk about. We've talked about what the decks are. We're going to be posting the site very shortly everywhere. It will be. I think it's going to be starterdeck.wildcardgame.io. Or if you just go to our website, wildcardgame.io, you will then be able to go through your browser or Web3 browser of any kind to where you can connect to either your MetaMask or anything else to send BUSD or USDT. USDT BEP20 is what we're going to be using today. $30. There you will see the 5 different decks to buy from. And so you will connect your wallet, and then you will buy the one deck. You can buy up to one deck, and or one deck per type. So you can buy 5 decks total per wallet. Wild card against humanity.
That could be like a special, maybe a couple of seasons in, we could do something fun with it. Get banned from YouTube. That's a great way to get banned from YouTube. Perfect.
Well, heck, we got banned on YouTube last Friday, didn't we?
We actually did get DMCA'd. We actually did.
We got a strike.
We got no. Well, yeah, we did. We got a soft copyright strike on YouTube.
All right. Well, all right.
Background music.
Yeah, that's right. That's what you get, Player One, for hanging out in all these hookah lounges late at night. And then, you know, our streams have all sorts of weird music playing on them, weird copyrighted music. But you won't hear it today. You won't hear it today.
No, you'll hear wildcard music. Who did wildcard music, Derek?
Big Mike. Yeah, our own Big Mike did the music for the wildcard. There's 4 tracks in there. Little tip: you can actually click every time you click toggle the sound on and off with it. For the music, it'll change the song randomly. So
cool.
Yeah, so that's kind of an easy way, little Easter egg way to because there's one in particular for me of those tunes that's like a real earworm that I'm just like wake up humming it kind of thing. So I have to play with that one. That's when I'm at my best.
Homer, it's hookah, like like the vapor that people smoke out of a hookah, not what you wrote there. Frozen Fire says, shout out to Big Mike. Yes, shout out to Big Mike. He's really just quite he created some music for me as well for some videos. So big shout out to Big Mike. I see a comment here from Jasper, our dear Jasper, who could not make it to the AMA today. He's saying it's live in Max 5, and I do see some rumblings that the pre-sale site is kind of coming online now. So watch out for that. Should I throw up a link on the screen to that, Player One?
Let's hold off on that because they're connecting it, and it should take a couple minutes, but we're going to be getting it out shortly. And so it's one of those things where when you test, and then you say, hey, can you try it out? And I just break it.
Okay.
Jasper says it is live. So yeah, let's hold on then. We will go right there.
And I've got a link rolling, so let's hope it works perfectly. So the Jasper says the DNS update. We got to get you know how every website is powered by a mouse and a wheel, right? It has to start running, and it's out of breath if it was sleeping or something. So we're just trying to get that mouse going, and as soon as the mouse hits a good stride, we will make the website live.
Yeah.
All right, but I do see people are saying in Telegram that the website should be live. So give it a few minutes. I'm thinking probably within 5-10 minutes, everything should be good.
Yeah, let's. Heck, I'm heading there right now. Oh man, Derek, do you want to talk about the different deck cards art and who did those and some of the inspiration behind that?
Sure. Yeah. So the particular starter deck card art was done by our own Daniel B, who basically took inspiration of doing kind of actiony versions of the art Nemots that are like in the game. Like so basically, kind of went through and we said, okay, like when we think of like speed or aggressiveness, which Nemot do we think of the ones that we've gone through and created? And of course, like there's so many of them because actually there's more than 2,500 combinations, because I realized the other day, I'm like, hey, so we have that drink cup that is not in the it's not been dropped in, that we've been tying animals to. So I'm like, okay, we've got another one. And so now it's well over that. But really thinking of the ones that fit those particular decks and were kind of emblematic of it was pretty fun. And yeah, and obviously do you guys have seen some of the starter deck art? Do you have a favorite of any of those starter deck art, or favorite of Nemot of the starter decks? Like, I mean, if you guys were gonna pick, do you know which one you would pick?
You're making people choose their favorites now?
That's it. Yeah, you got to pick your favorite right now.
Oh man, I would have to say Boom Duck, because how could you not love one of those old school boom boxes?
Okay, yeah, that makes sense.
Boom Duck.
I think it's Duckhawks or something like that is named. Yeah, I think that's the name of it. Yeah. Some of the puns work better than others, right? So that's kind of been fun naming all these things.
The illustration art that Daniel does I love illustration art, and he really did a superb job. I mean, it's just so cool. Dave H says, looks nice. When will the site be live for Safari/iPhone and Wallet Connect? So, player one, do you have an answer to that question?
Well, so anything through your MetaMask, if you do it through the browser, you can connect through Wallet Connect. Use the connect feature, and so it does work as a Web3 function in that. If you're saying that there is an issue right now with doing it through your phone, please let us know. I was just testing, and I just connected online to my wallet, so I was just trying to see what was going on there, and so it does it pretty easily. What am I doing?
He said, I guess Dylan is dropping Lava Lamb as favorite.
No, I am not dropping. You cannot drop a Lava Lamb. Wait, did you guys get me there? Like, was that a gotcha to try to get me out of that?
Yeah, that was me.
Yeah, it's kind of a gotcha right there.
Yeah, I gotcha.
You literally asked me. Oh my god, what one was?
And we got you in
4K.
Now? Yeah, we got you in 4K. Homer War says, whoa, viewers are up by 300%, getting big. Yeah, and we appreciate everybody watching us right now. We really appreciate taking the time every Tuesday to come hang out with us as we stream. And remember, please like, please share, do all the social media things. You don't need to hear it from me. You know what to do. Just hit that like button and please share the stream. Homer also says, I remember there were 4 of us a couple of weeks ago. This is just the beginning. Absolutely. I can tell you it is growing week over week. We are growing insanely. Yeah. Dave H says, I use Trust Wallet. I will let you know on Discord if it's not working. Thank you very much. And is that the best way, gentlemen, to, let's say there is an issue or something? I think Discord is probably the best way to reach out, right?
Well, if it's a buying a starter deck issue, then Telegram would probably be the quickest response for one of the devs and for one of us to help. We do have an awesome dedicated team on Discord, but Discord is going to be focused more towards actual gameplay.
I see. Okay.
Yeah.
Here's a spicy question that I may have to veto you guys answering. Homer asked, question for Derek: what gave you the inspiration for Fishlight?
Yeah, so well, Flashlight was kind of a item in the thing. So like basically the thing was like when you think like, oh, 50 items from the 80s, like, oh, that's an easy thing to come up with. And then you start like listing 50 items from the 80s and you're like, wow, this is not an easy task because that number, right? So yeah, but then obviously, like, well, you always have to have, like, in a mall specifically, you always there's a camping store somewhere probably, and so there's probably a flashlight somewhere. So naturally came up with a flashlight, and then there's always fish in a pet store. So it just so happened that obviously the shape of a fish is elongated, and so is a flashlight. So they went well together. And
we'll leave that. We'll leave that.
We'll leave
there.
it.
Why don't we leave it right there? Yeah, that's it.
That's perfect.
Yeah. Oh,
Yeah.
I know. I just got an email from YouTube. We're demonetized just for where
perfect. Yes.
just for where you were going there. We're already
Yeah. No,
demonetized.
I was.
So.
Yeah. Perfect.
All right.
Yeah.
Thank
it was
you,
too
Homer.
good.
Thank you, Homer, for that question. You got us demonetized. Homer says, you don't have to answer. I wasn't serious. Well, we take you seriously.
I answered, yeah.
We take you and every viewer seriously. So thank you.
I love how he said that after we started answering, after we got,
true.
after we got in trouble for it. Yeah.
Yeah. Maniac says, I already bought Aggro Deck. Hell yeah.
Nice.
Yeah.
Nice.
I have a feeling aggro decks tend to be really strong, especially in the beginnings of metas and stuff.
Yeah.
So that's going to be a good bet, I think.
Yeah. They are usually pretty strong in the beginning of the game.
Oh no, the 3 cents for this video are gone. Yeah.
Yeah, that was the demonetization joke. Thank you, Michael, for your empathy with us in this moment.
I don't have any pennies anymore. I don't carry any cash, so yeah.
Alrighty.
But no, so Derek, what are the people going to be? So today the decks are going to be $30, and it's going to be for 30 cards. And then February 23rd, we're dropping to 25 cards. And then April 6th, we're going to be dropping to the standard 20 cards going forward. Right. So in this 30 card deck, what are they going to be getting for getting in early?
Yeah, so they're going to be getting they're going to be getting extra of everything, right? Like extra Nemots, extra spell cards that later it will be, like basically you're getting 10 extra cards. So there's also a thing that's going to be called an overpower card. This is something like, for instance, it's not in the playable yet in any form or fashion, but it is going to kind of be it's going to be kind of a flavor card, I would say. Well, not only a flavor card, because it does have functionality in the sense that it's something that you can pick, and you bring one into a match with you, and then it can have a bonus for you, or it can have a additional win scenario for you, or it can have an additional a losing win scenario. I like to call it, like
a losing win scenario.
Yes. A manner in which through losing in a particular way, you can still have like a win, not like win the game, but like something that lessens the damage of losing. Let's put it that way. So
total annihilation, Drarscar. No.
No. I don't even. What did you just say? What was that?
I
know total annihilation, but what was the last thing there?
The Drarscar. Oh my gosh. I'll show it tonight. It's that card that just sort of, it doesn't matter. It takes away. Wow, that's pretty awesome comment.
Thank you.
Yeah, everybody pauses to read the comment. Let me read it.
Yeah.
So, Homer says, final comment, guys. I've been a software developer for over 15 years and never seen a dev who can explain his work this well. So congrats, Derek. And yeah, absolutely. Thank you for making yourself available too. To the public, because I think they want to pick your brain. They want to know, they want to know what's going on with you. They want to understand your game and you. So tune in tomorrow. Actually, on Wednesdays, it's Dev Chat. We delve a little bit deeper into the game and the mechanics. We're going to be talking about tokenomics tomorrow, and it will be at 7 p.m. Eastern time. I'll have a link up for that a little bit later today.
Yeah. And so we will then get also some play in tonight for you guys. And we will have how-to videos on buying the decks. One of the big questions right now is, what are we doing with Phantasma? You know, when are we moving over there? And that is where the game will be. So right now, when you buy your deck, you're getting a token, a quarter for the arcade game, basically a quarter to exchange for your starter deck. We could be really evil and just make that, you know, a quarter for a claw machine, and you have to use a claw machine to go grab your deck. And but no, we're not that evil. Derek might have some statistics of the claw machine in him.
I like to think of this. I like to think of it this way, right? Where it's imagine this is a shopping spree, and the people who buy the decks now, they've already got 10 things in their cart before they even begin the shopping spree, right? So you're coming in with that kind of advantage a little bit. So yeah.
Okay.
I like to think of it like that because I like to think of the manner of the game is a little frantic too, right? So there's that kind of quality of a shopping spree where you've got a certain amount of time to do everything. So you're like,
Supermarket Queen.
So, yeah.
All right. And so we'll do a live buy of a deck today, so you can see what it looks like. And then what we'll also show is what that custom token address is and where you can find it, but how to check BSC scan to pull that out, so you can add that, import that into your wallet yourself, so that you can sort of make it, you can see it in your wallet. And then once you have it, you can send it anywhere you want. So if you buy them for yourself, or you're buying them for a family member, you can do that. And we'll show you how to do that. And you know, your keys, your money, your choice. And we like to sort of help really follow that through. So yeah. Anything else we're missing, Mabs?
No, I think that's it for today. So look out for us going live sometime in the next maybe a little later this evening. I'm guessing would be ideal, and it'll be a little bit more loose, just us hanging out and playing wildcard. Tomorrow we have our dev chat, 7 p.m. Eastern. Dev chat with Mr. Laporte, and we're going to talk about tokenomics. Thursday, we usually have TA Thursday. We started doing that with Randy, but that might be postponed this week. And we might just do some more wildcard content. So I think it's going to, you're going to hear a lot of wildcard. We're going to be like a broken record about it for the next couple of weeks. So expect a lot of wildcard content coming up.
Wait, what's happening this week?
I don't know.
Oh.
Jack Dillon says
this game is going to be huge. Lounged out. I am in my Hawaiian shirt today.
Okay.
Wrong. Denver Highlanders.
The Denver Highlanders. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. For those that don't know, if I have not repeated it enough times, I play rugby.
Yes, Viking, aka Player One, plays rugby. Homer says we want Jasper as well, special guest. Yeah, Jasper couldn't make it. He's had a slight change of geography in the last week, and I think he's adapting to those changes. But we should hear from Jasper and hopefully see Jasper very, very shortly. So more to come on that.
Yeah. All right, Derek. Thank you. You want to take us out? This is like is this Labor Day? Is this the day of labor?
Yes, it is.
Or is this just like C-section day and we're just taking it out of you?
This is like when so this is that time in which, you know, your baby goes out into the world a little bit, and everybody's gonna like get to judge it. and then, you know, and here's the thing, right? Like, is like, that's what I want, obviously. Like, but I know that I already know that there's a whole lot of work ahead for this. And I know that as these things come in, that in the end it's going to be a better game because people are playing it, and then they're telling me the issues with it, and we'll resolve those one by one while we add onto it all of those promise systems that we've put out there, you know. So I'm excited. This is this was a breath of fresh air today, in the sense that like everything was building to this, and now like I get to put it out there, and then they get to play it, and then starting soon, a lot more work. So I'm excited. But yeah, thank you.
Do we want to talk about any of the other video games you've developed?
No, let's talk about it during dev chat.
Yeah,
or something.
yeah.
Okay.
We could do
Okay.
dev
Yeah.
chat
We'll
or
do that
during
Let's do
yeah.
dev chat.
You would
Derek,
throw me off my game tonight, maybe, by asking about that.
Yeah,
okay,
exactly. What are you up to?
I sent an email to the email address with it when I found it.
Oh gosh. Okay. All right. I gotta check a really old email that I don't think
We'll
I have
see what
access
that's
to
about.
anymore.
We'll see what
Yeah.
that's about.
Oh man, hey, thank you so much, Derek, for all you've put into this. Remember, if you are part of the Billionaires Club, if you are pre-NFT, one of our alpha NFT buyers, or you have a YouTube following, or you are friends with super big friends, and you're trying to use your super friend card one-time pass to get early wildcard access, you know, get on Discord and apply for that spot, and reach out to us if you have any questions at all. Yeah.
Excellent. Well, let's call it there, gentlemen. I want to thank everyone for joining us today for our TacoCat Tuesday live AMA, and we will see you in the next one.